When we send kids off to undergraduate school, we assume that a great deal of what they learn will not be from books and lectures, but rather from the environment around them. This is not the case when someone starts a PhD program, and especially a program that's online. Here, the assumption of colleagues and friends is that most of what will be learned is academic content. After all, the student is barely on campus, and surely, the common thinking goes, by the time one is a PhD student, it's a little late for life lessons. Yet, when I think about the major lessons learned from the Hebrew College Educational Leadership Program, I think less about the actual course content, even though the courses were excellent, and more about the educational philosophy and personal connections that transcended considerations of physical and online space. Whether I was contributing to class blogs, having cohort Skype sessions, or eating Shabbat dinner with Michael Shire and his family, it all felt like space that was idealistic, pluralistic, realistic, a space where I could learn and be at home. My dissertation will examine inconsistencies in educational settings between values that are explicitly taught through curriculum and values that are practiced through leadership, relationships, process, and environment. Typically, values education is envisioned as a carefully crafted process in which gaps between ideal and actual student knowledge are observed, and a solution in the form of explicit curriculum is applied, creating the desired outcomes. However, if what the students experience in their daily life in school is different from what is intentionally taught, then it is likely that the education that occurs will not be what was intended. Using interviews and observations at 3 values-oriented high schools, including a Jewish day school, I will create a multi-site case study that I hope will make a contribution to our understanding of the very important topic of values education.
When I began my studies at Hebrew College in the Master's in Jewish Education program, it was to hone my skills as both a Jewish educator and as an educational leader. I wanted to build my credibility and confidence amongst religious school faculty and clergy. At the time, tackling the perplexing issue of why parents changed their children's enrollment from one Jewish educational program to another, often during the middle of a school year, was a challenge I encountered, as do many religious school directors across the country. I could not have predicted at the time this would eventually lead to my dissertation topic. I will be surveying and interviewing parents of students in Jewish day schools and supplementary schools in Phoenix, Arizona, to find out the factors and conditions parents report foster and inhibit their decision to enroll their child in a Jewish educational program or withdraw or change to a different program. I hope to discover which factors are most important in parents' decision-making process and how parents define satisfaction with Jewish educational programs. Participating in a joint program of Hebrew College and Lesley University has been symbolic of how Jewish educators must coexist, straddling 2 different worlds, that of the Jewish community and the secular. Studying in the cohort model in the Educational Leadership Program at Lesley University gave us the opportunity to learn in a small, intimate setting with professors who were there to guide us and help us stretch our thinking, along with cohort members who became a supportive group of friends. While we learned best practices in educational research and how to hone our craft as academic writers and researchers in our own right, we also knew that we had an almost sacred duty to use what we were learning to improve academic research in Jewish education and aspire to become the next generation of Jewish educational leaders. Mentoring students at Hebrew College in field study and through master's theses helped us stay grounded as students of Jewish educational leadership, although at times we had one foot in each realm. It is an exciting time to embark on research that we hope will improve the field and perhaps pave the way for future doctoral students who will enjoy this joint program as much as we have. Thank you.